Ah, yes, my people. We are live and up in the place. In the place. We are live. And it's Champions League. The champions. It is back. Up in the place. Oh my days, I'm so excited. Because we have to win this tournament. We have to win. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the views. Laughing at my people. And early team news, we know that Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and Hakim Ziyech, they're all starting. So I think maybe my preferred or predicted lineup is out the window because I don't think we're going to have a three at the back. It just depends on is he going to start um, Koulibaly or Trevor Chalobah. But we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, man. Anyway, though, that's man. Man said he just had two legs and now has one. But nonetheless, what is everyone telling me? In this one, you're gonna have to be a subscriber if you want to write a message, by the way, as well. You know, Champions League night, man. But yeah, my people then. So who's gonna win? On the poll, we have three votes. One says Dortmund will win today. One said two people say Chelsea. Say nothing. It's jarring, I know, because I don't even really have any audio right now as well. I need to play some. Usual. The lineup's already out. Say nothing. Damn, man, lineup's already out. Fasting with it. Four votes in the place. Two people say Dortmund. Two people say Chelsea. Say nothing. Appreciate the votes. The lineup's already out, and we are playing a. Yeah, we're playing a 4-2-3-1. No mount again, either. So interesting lineup. Interesting. Alright, so do the lineups. Let's figure it out. That's what I need to do otherwise as well. Good to see Hakim Ziyech playing still. Hey, my bro, CFC views. Come on, Chelsea. Road to number 3 today. Road to number 3 today. Oh, damn. Oh, yeah. Mm-mm. You know we can't let him down. Neither did Enzo Fernandez, and neither did Joao Felix. You know what I'm trying to say? And I think Mudrik's going to score tonight. I think he'll be better suited to Champions League football than he is to the Prem car. He's played in Champions League a lot more. So hopefully he can get a goal today. Appreciate the views, everyone. Just doing the starting 11 update. But the starting 11 is Kepa. Oh, you have to wait. Let me just do this and I'll upload it actually. Oh, come on, Josh. You got 7 votes on the poll. Say nothing. 3 views, 3 likes. So no. Appreciate that, my people. And, so now just uploading it. Starting 11. Here we go. It's a good team. Or starting at 7 against Borussia Dortmund. It's a good lineup. I always predict they wouldn't make a lot of changes. He's trying to get stability, Graham Potter. One more chance. You happy with the lineup? Because I know I am. Oh man. One chance. It's still for oh madams. Boy, it's the biggest game right now, my bro. I'm really sure, my bro. We can turn our disastrous season into the best season if we win the Champions League. Because anyhow we win the Champions League in Todd Bowley in that first season, with all these signings we've been and that to come in the summer, it's long for everybody if this happens. No one wants to hear it from us. No one. No, I completely agree. And it's the facts, Carl. There's 80,000 people in the Signal Iduna Park. That black and yellow wall, boy. Teams like Real Madrid have gone there and got battered before. So we can't take anything for granted. So let's just see. No, 100%. Because there's only been, what, two changes? No, three changes if we deep it, because it's what? Um, I mean, Ziyech has come in for Medweki because he can't play. Chilwell for Cucurella and Koulibaly for Badia and Shaw. We're solid and we played good against West Ham. If we can somehow just convert our chances, that's all we need to do. We will win this game. We can win this. Now my prediction's 2-0 anyway. I feel like we can definitely get that card. They're defending at Dortmund. It's not that great. Plus, they just love to attack as well. That's just how they do. And they're at home. But we just can't afford to lose. Anything but a loss, we will take it. Mm. Come on. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea. And the stream starts in like 5 minutes. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Big game, fam. What did you see? Yeah, looking at their team on paper, it doesn't. That's another thing. I haven't even seen their lineup. Damn. Chelsea. S&P. 100%, bro. But that's just the thing. That's the thing that always kills us. If we just have to take our chances, that's all we need. That is it. We score one goal. I don't see Dortmund scoring any more than one goal against us. So as long as we score one, we'll be fine. Nah, that Adeyemi, he's off though. He is off. You got Haller, Bright's been called for them, and obviously Bellingham. Bellingham's the captain. That's how you know he's cold. You see, anyhow, we dominate this team today. Why won't Bellingham want to come to us, especially if we win the Champions League? Anyhow, we ever had Enzo and Bellingham in midfield. It's peak. Oh my days. And you know Todd Boyle and them and there, they will get him if we get the Champions League. I have no doubts about that. Man said, oh my days. We just have to win the Champions League. It's easier said than done. Oh my. It's music to my ears, man. Man said Truro and Reece James start for the first time in 4 months. Oh my days. It's peak. It's peak. Yeah, it's peak. Come on, Chelsea. Come on. These are the big games we're talking about. This is gonna be peak. Oh man. Same. Things should be ready now. Let me go on the thing. Because we got 1 hour till kickoff. Ooh, 1 hour till the kickoff. The Champions League is different gravy, man. Don't nothing other than the World Cup compared to this, man. Nothing. Let's go and get the stream up on the team. Go to number 3 today, man. Let's get it. Also, I wonder if no one plays does anyone play what's that thing called? Champions League fantasy football.
Legends, who one by one fell. What then?
True say I'm playing that, so I'm gonna see, check my team and see if I can put in.
Messi immortalized, a world transfixed. But the real drama, this unfinished European epic, there's still so much more excitement to offer. Twists and turns, dreams shattered and fulfilled, and new stars rise into glory. Take your seats. As the curtains open, on the pulsating heart of the ultimate drama, we crave each season. Lose yourself in it. All over again. Evening, nice to have you with us. So last night we were in the north of France and northern Italy. Spurs fell short at the San Siro, whilst Bayern got the better of PSG in Paris. So tonight, we now change our focus. We actually go even further north. The two fixtures never played before. From Bournemouth to Belgium for Scott Parker, who makes his Champions League managerial vow as Club Brugge take on Benfica. Whilst over in Dortmund, Graham Potter's Chelsea are still waiting for that performance that we just feel.
And let's talk one thing about Graham Potter, because his press conference, yo, that is my manager. Press conference like that. Man said, you think he comes from ninth tier of football? Ninth tier of football, you know. And get to here without getting angry or being nice all the time. You don't know nothing. I can't lie. That's my manager.
Can they win it? Yes, they can win it alongside 11 or 12 other clubs because of the quality of the squad, but they have to put it all together. We see little glimpses at the weekend against West Ham where they, Fernandes looked great, João Felix popping it together, but there's still a long way to go. And I think Chelsea fans and the board, everyone, a sensible thing to be aiming for is just progress from now to the end of the season. We had a video call on Monday talking about what we're going to do this evening. Two of the three pundits made it. I'm not sure where you are. Yes, you were working. You were interviewing. I was interviewing Luka Modric, just so you know. When's that going to be? Several to this. You won't invite But you made a great point on that call that most managers would love £300 million to spend in their football club, but it almost complicates things again, doesn't it, for Chelsea?
Well, if you look at PSG, you've got all those superstars. Football's about a team. You got to make a team, and I think for Chelsea, for those players, we've been in dressing rooms where you know the team, you know who's going to play. The revolving door players coming in and out, and I think.
But you know who's going to play though now.
To put a team together, but they've got some brilliant individuals. João Felix and Mudryk and all these types of players. I think they're going to get it right, but it needs time, and I don't think they really have time because they're under a tiny bit of pressure. But I love Graham Potter, but I just hope they give him a little bit of time.
I love you. There's levels to this. So let's talk about the level that Chelsea are at. And this is the team they've gone with this evening, and straight away you can see that 3 of the January arrivals start tonight. What do you feel when you take a look at that Chelsea team?
It excites me, I've got to say. As a football fan, all these new signings, you throw them into the mix, and how's it going to turn out? But I think Chelsea fans have to condition themselves now and to understand that this is new age Chelsea. This is a manager now who changes his formations constantly, mid-game, changes personnel game to game, doesn't keep the same. I think it's the 24th game and he hasn't kept the same team. So that is going to be part of the way that this new Chelsea is going to be, but you've got to kind of understand that now as a Chelsea fan and don't moan about it. This is the way football is now. Most teams change formations constantly, change players, so it's very different. Us in our generation would have been like heads off, head falling off, thinking, wow, what is this? But it's a new time. Patience, I think, is one of the key words with Chelsea right now.
Yeah, I think Reed's right. I think it's clearly a transitional period for so many reasons. When you take a football club, you think everything that makes it stable, the owner, the board, the manager, the players, the staff, everything's changed. You put on top of that 300 million plus, whatever it is, players coming in, 3 players in this position, 2 players for that position. There's players that are going to have to come out the door. There's going to be a big sale at Chelsea, you would imagine, because you can't keep that many players. I think of all the things that make it unstable, the fans have got as well, on top of that, have got to get used to, like Rio said, got to get used to this bit. It's a settling in period. So I was just almost, for Chelsea fans watching, you take the expectations off it. Just concentrate on performances. There was spells at West Ham. Tonight is a real tough game. Can we see a little bit of progress, a little bit more from Fernandes, a little bit more from Felix together?
How tough is tonight's game? I mean, they've got some amazing talent on the pitch, Dortmund, and they're in brilliant form as well.
Brilliant form, yeah. So in 2023, they haven't lost a game. 6 wins on the bounce. And look, this is a team they hit and miss. And often in the big moments they're not there. We've seen it in the Bundesliga when they push Bayern right to the end, and then they're not there. Obviously, the Champions League knockout phase is always there, but they come a little bit short. But they've got some fabulous players. They've got a good mix of experienced players and younger players, and they're in a really good run of form. Almost the opposite of Chelsea. Jude Bellingham is captain tonight, which is a man. Get to see him again. But with Dortmund, you never know.
You never know. With Chelsea, you also never know at the moment, do you? So we'll see what this evening holds in store for us. Right, let's get some more on tonight's game then. Our reporter this evening is Archie Wintert, and he's with the Chelsea boss pitch side right now inside the stadium. So let's head straight over to them right now. Good evening, Archie. Nice to see you.
Thanks, Jake. Graham Potter joins me here. Graham, you made 3 changes to the team tonight. 2 of them were enforced. What's your thinking with them? Well, Koulibaly's coming in for Benoit, experienced player, obviously, and Hakim for Noni. So it gives us balance on the left, and Adventure was coming in for Mark. Gives a different type of profile in that position. We've been building him up in terms of his fitness, so I think he's ready to start tonight. You spoke about there being good things in the first 20-25 minutes of the game at West Ham. What were those things that you were? Can you expand on that and what you want to see here tonight? Well, I thought we attacked well. We had good control, scored a good goal, and it looked like more the team that we wanted to do. The challenge for us was when we conceded or lost a little bit of control, we weren't quite as good, and that's the process of the team at the moment. But there were steps that were positive, that's for sure. But tonight, completely different atmosphere, completely different occasion. We have to be better. But we're excited about it. It's a fantastic environment here. Amazing night. Very complicated, of course. Champions League away from home. But we're looking forward to it. The pressure that yourself and the team are under right now is no secret. How do you address that in the dressing room? Well, I think you have to embrace it and be almost grateful for it, because you need the pressure. You need to lean into it. You need to be thankful for it, because that's when the good stuff happens. We're lucky to be in this position. We're grateful for the challenge that we've got here, and we're really looking forward to taking this on. And how do you play a crowd like Dortmund on a night
Still,
like
everyone's
tonight?
just different. So you
Is
just
it
gotta
something
allow
that
them.
even comes into your mindset? Well, you have to understand that it's there for sure. Otherwise, it'd be a bit of a shock. You have to just play the moment, try and win the moment, try and block the external stuff out as best you can, and lead into your teammates and be present. Stick to the moment. If you have a setback, get back on track as quickly as possible and accept the fact that the crowd will play a part, because it's a Champions League night, and you wouldn't expect anything different. Graham, we wish you all the best. Thank you. Thank you.
We're going to talk in detail about the culture he's trying to build at Chelsea, the way he's going about it, the way that he speaks to the media, how he deals with his players. But to hear him just say there very briefly, embrace the pressure, that's where the good stuff happens. I love that sort of message.
That's what it is, though. I think the players will be like that. I mean, the players, I'm sure, will be going out there and going, it's a great stadium to play, great atmosphere generated there. It's a Champions League music before the game. This is what the players dream about. This is a moment where you go, you know what? Am I good enough at this level? Are we good enough at this level? It's a chance to prove it. It's a great opportunity.
I like it. Well, they've got a bit of pressure on their shoulders, because obviously they're going away from home, trying to get a result. We saw that with Tottenham last night. So we're 24 hours on. The dust has settled on that result. It could have been 2 or 3 nils to visitors. How will Spurs fans be feeling about the result right now, rather than the performance?
Well, I feel like Tottenham are favourites really over the 2 days. Yeah, I do. I think they're the better side. I think it's an AC Milan team that is struggling, but they played well last night. I think
it's his account, isn't it? Just let him do what he wants to do, isn't it?
Finish it off. I think it's not a perfect result, but it's a decent result. And I think they can come home and finish it off.
Everyone's different, so it is what it is.
Like so many Tottenham teams in the last 5, 6, 7 years, it looks good from the outside. The names. It's an unbalanced squad. You look at the front for it, Son, Kane, Richarlison is so
because everyone's different, isn't it? It gets like that.
It falls down.
For some people, you know what I'm trying to say.
By all accounts, but you need an experienced player to come in there. You need someone to come in there and manage them through. I just think it's an unbalanced squad. But Conte's situation as well. Tottenham fans, they're frustrated, but I think they are where they are with that squad.
At least he posted it, isn't it? That's what you can really say. At least he posted it.
Where they are is where they are.
Okay.
So, nonetheless, he's our Chelsea boy, And my score prediction: 2-0 Chelsea.
Some of the world's best footballers in the papers in France.
Well, they lost at the weekend.
I'll be real. Even if I saw people's lineups and that, I still would just say 2-0 still. I'm just not scared of Dortmund like that. They have Bellingham at the end. Brandt's been good, but as long as we control the game or hit them on the break and take our chances, we will definitely win.
It's going to be a tough place to go.
Top 6 the word. They were dreadful until they're back.
It's everything we want. It's everything we want,
But Mbappe come on.
And the maddest thing is that when they started together, they haven't lost a game under Graham Potter. That was actually a stat as well that I did.
Okay. Well, that's what happened.
I ain't supposed to, actually.
This is what happened tomorrow.
Is finally over. The game has been in the forefront of most people's minds.
That's what made me think of that. See, if you didn't even say that in this chat, it wouldn't even make me think of it. I appreciate that. Oh. Oh my days, how mad that is.
There it is, Barcelona Man United, 5 p.m. tomorrow, BT Sport 2. And yes, it's the Europa League, not the Champions League, and sometimes we'll use that as a speak to beat these two sides with. But look, it's still those two going toe-to-toe in Europe. It's going to be special.
Yeah, well, when you see them two crest there, you just know that's going to be like, this is Hollywood.
That's mad.
Top teams. And there's still going to be some good football. You've got Xavi cutting his teeth now, management doing a really good job. And you've got Eric Ten Hag, who's changed the fortunes of the football club in a short time he's been there. So, really intriguing time.
And you're going to be at the game?
Yeah, I want to go, man. Can't miss that game.
Miss that one. All right, very good. But you've got some work to do before, because this evening our focus is on the Champions League, not the Europa League, specifically Chelsea and Dortmund. And we have loads to bring you before kick-off, including Potter and Terzic, friends reunited. As well as that, Chelsea's new look attack, led by João Felix, and the extremely welcome sign of the man leading Dortmund's forward line, Sebastian Haller, shares his incredibly moving story with us. Next.
Yeah, Drogba rates him very highly as well, Haller.
They knew it was a tumor, so yeah, big shock of course. It can happen to everyone, it can come quick. So we need to check. It can save life, not only your life, but also your family. But I'm really proud of what I've done, you know.
The champions. Wow. Wow. Where's this? Oh, this
Follow me, guys. I'll find a shortcut. Don't one back.
Yeah, I have to send it.
Get up to 50% off.
Imagine.
10:30. 8, not 8. You man's at 8. Confident?
Of course. Why wouldn't I be? It's the Champions League.
No, yeah, here it's the only thing you man got to focus on, be real. You got nothing else to focus on. Hopefully, isn't it?
Saying that you confident.
No, man, we're going to take second. Hopefully, City win today. Give us a little leeway to catch up.
Do you think
we're dropping points? But nah. Honestly, no, not when we're drawing to Leeds and Palace and big games, innit? We still ain't got that bottle, innit?
Next season, though, you got Rashford moving.
So we got managers moving decent as well. Even if you guys don't rule your team out,
I'm not ruling my team out. But
you know it's a process like us. Yeah, you should top 6, innit?
Yeah.
If you can get 4th.
But I just need to win the Champions League. But
no, Champions League where you're gonna do your thing. That's what I think, innit? It's gonna be like that season where you might come like 7th, but you won it. You're gonna do your thing and you see.
I hope so, because Amazon won't like it, so that makes it even better.
I know. I won't like it either, but I'm being truthful.
You should be real about it.
No, I'm being just the only thing you should focus on as a club and be real.
Of course.
Just keep winning your Prem games, but bro, this is the big tournament now. And you got lucky, not lucky, but Dortmund's not shit, but Could have got one of the bigger teams, innit?
But that's why the draw always favors us. So
yeah, always. First time you got lucky, second time you got lucky.
That's it.
Easy draws.
Don't worry, man. We'll see it.
You see our draws, bro. Now in Barcelona.
Hey, you man, put yourself in that position. You do. Man's killing me out here. Sorry about that, people. Where's the soda?
It's brought to you by Heineken. You wait for Champions League, official sponsor.
I'll just see it. Yes.
Welcome back to Nice Stadium Company this evening at Signal in Duna Park in Dortmund tonight. Chelsea begin the Champions League knockout stage, hoping for a result that can ease the pressure on Graham Potter after only one win in their last 8 matches. Tonight's other round of 16 match takes place 300 kilometres west in the Flemish region of Belgium. The Jan Breidel Stadium is the new stomping ground for Scott Barker, who swapped the likes of Fulham and Bournemouth. So not just managing in the Champions League, but managing a club who tonight take part in a knockout game in this competition for the first time in their history. A big night. The game is live on BT Sport 2. The coverage starts in about 10 minutes in the wonderful company of Sima Jasmine, Julian Lescott, and Peter Crouch. Nice to see you all. Look, your team.
Who does he support? He supports Man United.
And tonight we're all rooting for him, aren't we?
No, that their team.
Big reason why he took the job.
Even when we didn't have our best team, they can't even beat us.
Clubs in the world, and
that team.
It's a big task because they've been on fire this season, just losing the one game. So it's a big ask.
I'll be real. Do you know why it's mad? Because in my household, I have my dad, like my dad and my oldest brother. He supports I said, don't talk too loud. Bro, I'll talk all I want. They ain't won shit in 5 years. Sorry about my language. I don't care. We have these seasons, but when will they win a trophy? When will they win a trophy? They can't chat. 5 years out of trophy. I've never seen that happen for Chelsea. Not since I've been watching Chelsea. We ain't never seen that. Do we know about that pain? No. We don't know about that pain.
It's a significant night for Scott Parker. We all wish him well. And actually, you can say exactly the same for someone in the Dortmund team this evening. That man is Archie with more on the incredible story of Sebastian Haller. That's right, Jake. Welcome to the Borussia Dortmund dressing room, where Sebastian Haller will be a little bit later on. It was only in July last year that he was diagnosed with testicular cancer shortly after joining Borussia Dortmund from Ajax. Thankfully, though, he made a full recovery after months of treatment. Now, he made his comeback on the pitch in January.
Tell him again, man.
The Champions League tonight for the first time in the famous black and yellow of Borussia.
It'll be worse as well. You see, if somehow we don't win the Champions League or get into Europe, if we just playing just like the Premier League, FA Cup and Carabao Cup as well, just for the whole season next season, it's long. It's long for everyone. We will win the Prem. I hope it's next year anyway. So
my first days are really nice, I had a good welcome from everyone. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Well, to you. Welcome to Borussia Dortmund. Just looking forward to start it.
Your journey that you've been on has been quite something. When was the first moment that you knew something was wrong, and how did you find out? I was talking with my osteo to say that we should probably check because it's not normal. It's like 5 weeks, something like that. I don't feel that comfortable in this part of my belly, so we need to check. In 24 hours, they knew it was a tumor. So big shock, of course. It's such a heavy word, even cancer. What were your emotions just processing that? To stay calm when you start to thinking about bad things, or when you go in every direction, you're doing mistakes. maybe the most difficult is to know that you will cause pain and sadness to people from your family.
What were the harder moments of the recovery that you went through?
The third chemo, because you know that you've been two already, so you know. You know that
you are a bad man as well. He scored enough goals for Ajax in the Champions League, I'm sure. And then he had that mad in. He got cancer, so I think that's where it was.
A relief. It's important for me to be here, to show to everyone that even if this thing happened,
It's a role model, so.
I'm lucky. I have people around me. Yeah, you show your beautiful wife. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's because of her. Yeah.
I ain't watching that. I'll be so honest with you. My team could be playing Newport County. Yes, in 8 minutes. No, 7 minutes now.
I want to say just that it can happen to everyone. It can happen to everyone. It can come quick. So we need to check. It can save life. Not only your life, but also your family. Because if something happened, of course, you have people around you that can affect. So we need to check.
Last season, 11 goals in the Champions League, one of the top scorers. How does it feel to now be back after all this?
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. I just want to.
No.
Yeah,
you can watch it though. I'm not even because I'm doing this on my phone. I have to all change to my PlayStation and all that.
When it comes,
that is just moving and as scary as it is inspiring, actually. I love the conversation he's having around checking yourself and around your physical health. We've talked so much, haven't we, the last few years around mental health and trying to get men talking more.
Yes.
I'm not sure we have these kinds of conversations enough. And, you live in a family that's been touched by a cancer tragedy. And I think, you can sit here and really share with us the importance of making sure we check ourselves, not just for ourselves, but for the people around us, as he talks about his children and, his friends and his family.
Yeah, that was a moving segment. I think his family obviously been a huge support to him. But just seeing how at one point he looked so ill, and you look at it and you think, is there going to be a way back? And he comes back now, and he's actually playing in a Champions League game. It's phenomenal, really. And to think that the small margins between being able to do that and go the other way are so apparent and so well documented. But I think the narrative now that he's pushing is fabulous, for even to get us guys speaking before we come on about have you checked, and
all my days also and see even on TV
because of my own personal story, but I think
because it's not the Champions League. It is not the Champions League. You understand?
We say a lot, don't we? Are you checking in on your mates? Yeah. How are you is a common question now. Maybe
I just heard my brother say it. My brother was like, "Hey, yo, you man ain't even on TV." Talking to my dad, because my dad's an Arsenal fan. Hey, yo, that's excellent, man. It's a dry game anyway.
And to have something like that to come, and then the journey.
Champions League nights, there's nothing like it, man.
I feel like we're all going to be backing him to rooting for him now. He's going to be there, and he can spread the word and make sure that us as men and everyone, you're on top of it. You're checking in on each other and checking in on yourself. I just think it was a real moving piece. That.
Are you going to check in yourself?
Well, no, I think it's going to change the way athletes, the way young guys our age.
Because I think you probably felt invincible when you were at the peak of your powers.
You're right, 100%. I bet we all felt invincible. I bet he felt invincible until he got that news. So he said it can happen quick, it can change very quick. I think it's going to change in the way a lot of guys our age would see things. But, so Mark said he was able to detect it and get it treated very quickly. And now he's back in the football pitch 6 months later after going through chemo. Remarkable story. I think Joe's right. Everybody in the football world is going to root for him. Everybody kind of came together. But just amazing that they've been able to detect it and get him healthy. And now he's back playing football in 6 months' time. It's a truly remarkable story. And I think it's going to change the way people our age look at it and hopefully communicate a bit more about it.
we take this game very seriously, but it puts it into perspective. When you
True.
have to go through
Oh my days, these man. If we score in like the first 10, 15 minutes, long
decisions, results, and football, and what it means to play football, and really, it's about life.
Absolutely, well said. If there's one message for you after watching that, check yourself. In the outbreak, go and do it. And you can see the extended interview with Sebastian Eller on the BT Sports Twitter page for more information about testicular cancer and advice about how you can check yourself properly. You can visit btsport.com/.
Oh my days, how great would it be if Chelsea battered Dortmund and Jorginho somehow gives away a penalty to Man City and Arsenal lose 1-0? That would be excellent. Adrian Jorginho at work. I would love that. That would be excellent.
Little checks that you do. Obviously, we've never had something like Sebastian Haller, but sometimes, even as just a normal footballer, just take it all in sometimes, you know, because in your career, you don't take it in. I'm sure it was hardly enjoyed my career. You know, I took it in, you're on it. He's playing tonight. He's gone through what he's gone through. He's playing in the Champions League knockout stage. His family probably there with him at a great stadium. It's going to be a beautiful day. Take it in for 5 minutes and then get back to business.
In a bit, bro.
And enjoy the whole occasion because it goes by in an instant.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a player he is. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Right, build-up continues after the break. It's a fascinating matchup, this evening between two clubs who haven't met before and two coaches who most certainly have. We'll hear from the men in the dugout who did their coaching badges together after the break. We'll also discuss Graham Potter's approach to life at Chelsea. See you shortly.
This programme is brought to you by Oppo, UEFA Champions League official sponsor.
Obviously, with the prices going up, I'm constantly with the kids, don't leave lights on so much, and is that 25 pence?
I was about to say, I thought my team was about to die. Oh, the boys. What's happening here?
Look who's there.
Oh, no. Not that cool. You saying? You telling me? Cody Bones, chill out. Chill out. Alright. No, don't worry.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Oh,
Chill out, little big head.
don't worry, little man.
Just because he's tired. That's all.
Dude, please stop
Like with
glitching.
everyone.
Please stop glitching.
Man, it's near your birthday
Please
next
stop
month, you know.
glitching.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it? You know what you're talking
Dogs.
about.
Nothing upstairs. Nothing say hi. Come on, say hi.
My nose, say bye.
You want to say hi?
Say
Don't
Hey.
say hi.
Your uncle said, it's your birthday. And you said, Isn't it? See?
Yeah, but I didn't know it
Yeah, next
next month. Next month.
was. And then when
Here you go.
it's March,
Yeah, March the 17th.
oh dear, oh my yo.
Oh my God. Who you not playing tonight, bro? Borussia.
Borussia.
How long till your thing starts till you got to do your stuff?
Gosh, I'm doing a Watchalong right now, boys. The game starts in 20 minutes. I saw the nice.
I mean, at the weekend, me and Joe spoke about maybe wait for to come out and change the narrative about the way we lost that game. So, obviously, it was a penalty. We came out and we spoke. He was quite like, it was just like a vanilla kind of talk about it. But other managers would drive the narrative a certain way, take the focus off of performance, off of the amount they spent, by honing on the bar situation. No one's saying his approach is wrong. Which is different to what we know.
You guys meant it from a good place, didn't you?
It's from a good place.
Look after himself.
Yeah, so he was to help him really, and it's from a good place from us. We've lived that experience in a change room and seen the effect and the impact it has on a team when the manager takes the conversation somewhere else away from the performance, and it almost gives you a breather as a team and goes, it's not us now. The ref was the reason why. We'll move on to the next game, and there's no hangover from the performance. But it's different. There's many ways to skin a cat.
But if they were winning against the football, I think that question would not have been asked. And he could have acted exactly the same.
And what we were saying was, there's times
You can't.
and it was only a small
You
part
sharing
of
it to you.
grab up the
Yeah.
massive environment.
Everything that's right.
You sharing it to me?
Chelsea headers who I wanted to do well, not even with my English coaches.
You sharing it to me?
Just put away holes and turn you admire what you've done in the truth.
Thank you.
What we were alluding to was there's a moment when Daniel said you can change the narrative completely. And
Yeah, that?
players in dressing rooms
No.
occasions like that can really be when you see your manager do that, just divert it.
Like
This is all those guys. Just not in front of the
I'll tell you,
media.
I'll come visit him some more, innit?
We didn't touch it. I think that's come from somewhere else in the league. But I think we were just talking about how we approach these kind of on screens and
Innit, Cody Bear?
after that result against West Ham.
He's had nothing but success. At Ostersund's, at Swansea, at Brighton. This is a different job with different pressure. But I think everybody loves him. They love his style of play. He's an emotionally intelligent manager. This is what the young players want. This is what the modern players want. He will succeed. He has in every place he's been.
It's your uncle's wardrobe.
And also, we
Got his Chelsea shirts.
As soon as
He supports Chelsea.
he's right. You know, he's
Good
we're in a
eyes for
different era of football now.
Yeah,
Tap.
yeah, this week.
Exactly. This time last year was really my Chelsea fans. Don't worry. Once he gets to those ages where like 9, 10, once he knows when he gets too really talking about football on his age, then you'll know.
If you like, they was product. You know, that doesn't matter about it. But Grandpa was very responsible, you know, and we've all got kids that play football, and we don't want to see people shout at referees and question them. So he's actually right in what he says, in that we all need to do better and make football more of an open place for everyone. But in us, we're all fighters, and I don't think I would have been able to resist the urge if I was a manager in that situation to have a pop at the ref and VAR.
By the way, the TV media, the job that we do, we can't say that football is getting aggressive and polarising and it's too full of opinions and it's not a nice sort of world anymore. And then at the same time, add fuel to that fire. Like, let's respect someone that comes out because I don't need to do that to get a result, you know?
I want to see emotion. I don't care. I want the soap opera. I want.
You can be emotional without being angry or without throwing a memory under the bus.
I'm going referencing what you were saying. I want some polarising comments and I want some polarising debates at times, and I want the subplots within the 90 minutes that we can all talk about and which way sides are bringing to the table. I want it.
Yeah, all right, we're going to move on because tonight that match for someone is very weird.
What's up? The way it is, I've got to bring him around in the daytime when he's got more energy to you. He's been out all day with his mum, and I popped into Dad and Granddad's, and then I'm here. So I've got to make sure that I bring you around when you've got a lot more energy. Because all it is he's tired right now.
No, it's fine. Did you hear that?
Now I think he's at a club that he knows really, really well. It's a place close to his
Did you hear that?
heart.
Did you hear what?
And he's really, really good bits. Graham Potter is now in a club where they spent $500 million.
Yes.
Can you put yourself in his shoes? To be honest, I've never been in a situation like this, but this is one of the biggest differences between
Uncle Carly said he wants you.
Premier League. There are many teams ready to spend this amount of money. But what we are looking for is not competition on the transfer market. Our competition is on the next.
Uncle Carly said he wants you.
To be successful in all the competition.
So you don't care that you're tired. Find your energy, boy.
Find your energy.
Work hard, everything is possible.
Can I hold you?
Where we are on our journey. There's been a few challenges on the way, certainly recently, and there's a lot of change and transition. So that makes it a little bit more complicated.
Mother said no.
I'm pretty sure if you look back at 6 months at Brighton, it didn't.
Oh, there you go.
The celebrations
It's okay.
It's okay. He wants to beat me, and I want to beat him. And
My little
it's
nephew.
not about whether I beat Eddie or Eddie beats me. It's Borussia Dortmund versus Chelsea. Two fantastic clubs, and it's going to be two amazing games.
Mother pushed me. Mother pushed me.
Look at this one.
Can't wait, those two going toe to toe. What a subplot. Right after the break, we'll analyse the golden boy who provided the golden touch.
Say thank you.
Long-awaited second
Say
appearance
please.
of the weekend. We'll also look at a midfield battle between two of the game's best young players. Enzo Fernandez has made such a strong start to his Chelsea career after breaking the British transfer record. But Mike Jude Bellingham,
You say Enzo's been doing his thing, yeah?
in the next few months.
I love that.
See you after the break.
He's too
Dude, I was
poor.
just on something.
He's too poor. I'm so happy.
This
We
is
beat
my
Dortmund
baby
and saw how
back.
we win the Champions League and we can get Bellingham to play and get Ilford in midfield next season. Yeah, man. That's my midfield for the next 10 years. So,
That'll be a hard midfield still.
more. That's the way to see if we feel with it. Yeah, at least have to beat Dortmund anyway, so let's just see what happens. Hopefully, see if can beat these men today as well. It'll be us if they lose 1-0. Jorginho gives away a penalty. It'll be us like that. It'll be us. First, it'll be
Exclusive offers every day, both in store and online with Betfred.
Cody Bear,
Oh,
can you excuse me, please?
really dark, really
is washed out.
Excuse me, please. Look, if you stand there, just so I can fix the carpet, because I don't want you to touch it. JJ's just trying to help you.
Mom, to stop me. Mom, to stop me.
Listen, JJ's just, Uncle JJ is just trying to help. Alright? You know that already anyway. I don't have to tell you. I'm coming. Alright, turn around. Walk this way. Alright, walk this way. Walk this way for me. Give Uncle a touch. Come. Don't worry, little man. Alright. We know you're tired, alright? Alright. Okay. My brother. Love my brother. See? Look, I'm telling you bye. Bye. I'll bring you. Yes. See? You wanna come back and explore, yeah? I'll make sure I bring you back. Alright? Bye. Wow.
Yes, we are. Of course we are. Yep. We got to get this show in the best shape ever. Ah, Miss Crawley, you made it. Good. You are an angel. And we're sure going to need that. Whoa! What the?
Well, you did say dressed to impress.
Probably like how you pick up JJ. Imagine both of them all off. Hello? You're true.
Hey, your little man this morning. Your little man that one. I'm saying put that over there, dude. The noise, man. Because we had the video on that.
Enzo in that deep pivot position.
My house school, man.
I don't care what he costs, I throw it because you've got one of the best players in life. I think Enzo's been unbelievable in the first two games. I mean, a lot of Chelsea fans wouldn't have understood what he brings. He's an all-round midfielder. He can play, he can lend the ball, his passing range great, he can score goals. Jude's different. I think Jude's a generational talent. You know, he's one of them. I don't think we've seen a player as good as him for many, many years. He's got everything. So even I would put Jude slightly above Enzo Fernandez, although they are different types of players. He's got so at home since he arrived in the Premier League, isn't he?
Yeah, he has. But this kid, all he's shown is that he can win. He's done it at River Plate. He's obviously done it with Argentina this summer. A winning mentality at Benfica in that league as well. This kid knows how to win. What I like about him is his ability to receive the ball, but be able to play the pass in the same motion almost. And he plays the ball forward so often. And I think the game against West Ham, the pass for Felix's goal, which we'll see in a minute, shows that and encapsulates that perfectly.
Reed, do you know what? You know what I think? I think Enzo's a bit like Jude. He's so good he can play different positions. So depending on who plays with him, I think to get the best out of Enzo, we've seen him win the World Cup as a deep pivot, but actually he can play further forward. Yeah. So if they go get a defensive one, he can be a little bit more box to box, a bit like Jude. So look, Chelsea have got a diamond there. I know they paid for it, but he can do everything.
Which is ideal for Graham Potter, who likes to tweak his formations, who likes to ask questions of the oppositions. So as a midfielder owner, too, same thing. You want to know where everyone is in and around you. When you play against a Graham Potter side or Enzo Fernandez, he can hurt you from deep. He can also run in beyond you and hurt you. So he can do everything.
The way Chelsea go, could they buy Bellingham to play with it.
You said it, really. You put it out there, and has he got the money?
Sure, they get what?
That's taking my lyrics, you know. I feel like I already said
Watching
that.
João Felix at the weekend. How was that?
Oh, mate, listen, the way this kid is like, he's like Mozart when he plays. He's so graceful the way he plays football. His manipulation of the ball, the way he picks up spots in the game where he can separate himself from defenders. His awareness of space and players around him. He's got it all. I think the only thing that's kind of stunted his growth is actually his choice of team that he went to. I think Atletico Madrid was never the right fit for him. The way that Simeone deploys his strikers, he plays like a defensive midfielder for them almost. But this kid, you get him in the right area, he can unlock what you want.
He takes the ball so beautiful, doesn't he? Like just the way he receives it. He's got size, he's got speed, he can finish. He's got class. Look at that football. I mean, that kid is a diamond. I hope Chelsea make that permanent. I know he's only on loan, but you know, with him and Mudryk and Enzo Fernandez, that is, I think.
What was he, 100 something million?
He works far off that. I mean, he's like a 9.5, 10, isn't he?
Yeah,
he can run in behind. He operates in that space. That's a lovely finish. And he's had 2 appearances now for Chelsea, and on both occasions, I thought he was the most exciting player on the pitch, and one that the fans are going to, you know, I don't think they've had a player that the fans can really engage and connect to since Eden Hazard, but they absolutely love, and he's going to get them off of their feet.
What a night. So much talent on show this evening in one of the great stadiums to watch football in Europe as well. Right, coming up very shortly, we will bring you the first meeting between Borussia Dortmund and Chelsea. Of course, Chelsea need a result for the sake of their European ambitions, also perhaps for the sake of their season and the sake of their manager. The Blues use the yellow wall, and it's live next.
This programme is brought to you by Otto, UEFA Champions League official sponsor.
Do you want to build your own bet? Then you need to try Bet Builder from Bet365. Who? When? What? How many? It's totally up to you. It's your bet. You decide. Download the app and see for yourself. Why, Bet365 is the world's favourite online betting brand. Please, gamble responsibly.
We hadn't spent proper time together in ages. That looks very uphill. So when Gracie said we should go on a cruise, she didn't need to ask twice. We made friends with the locals, we tried new food,
What C scored? What did C score? Come on, C 1-0 up. Love it. Come on.
Champions League official sponsor.
Welcome back. It's great to have you company this evening. As you can see, the mobile phones are out. Fill the scenes inside Signal and Duna Park. It is a special place to watch football. And there'll be a special moment before kick-off as well, as the stadium pauses in memory of the victims of the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. And of course, all of us here at BT Sport send our love to everybody affected. We're also supporting the DEC's Turkey-Syria earthquake appeal, helping to provide those affected with medical treatment, shelter, warm clothes and blankets,
Kevin
food,
De Bruyne.
clean water. And if you would like to help, and if you can help, then please just text BT Sport, that's all one word, BT Sport, to 70787. The whole £10 will be going to the appeal. And the people in that part of the world need your help and your money more than ever. Well, gentlemen, take a look at that. Special place for a game of football. Special talents on show, not least that young man.
So you want,
this is what we watch this game for.
That there, look at that. Walking up to that type of, well, that's the type of stuff that makes you want to play.
It says, and every time it was worth to be on your side to stand there, you know. So these guys are proper fans. This stadium is one of the best in Europe to go and watch. Chelsea, Dortmund, this would be what proper fan.
If you're a young footballer, old footballer, any footballer, just take a moment tonight when you go out there before you go into battle and just enjoy it, because this is what you're doing for these nights like these. Look at that.
Graham Potter as well. Graham Potter, big nights for him. Champions League. He's been dreaming of this.
Really, the owners have got the funds.
Yeah.
That's some spectacle, that though.
Yeah, and do you know what? As much as American sport, we admire American sports. They admire football for the passion and the fans. You know, it doesn't quite go like that just on a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night, wherever day is. But look at that, it's brilliant.
Well, there you go, the message from the home fans, that they stand alongside the players, they walk with them every step of the way. What will they deliver this evening for their team? Here we go then. Looking forward to this one. Dortmund against Chelsea, live on BT Sport in the round of 16 in the Champions League. Sit back and enjoy it in the company of Lucy Ward and Darren Fletcher.
Thank you, Jay. Good evening, everybody. What a sight and what a scene it is inside this stadium. And I have to say, Lucy, as we await the arrival of the players, this just feels massive for the two clubs tonight. The Chelsea fans have been in full voice throughout. Their tiny pocket away to our right-hand side. The rest of this place, the yellow wall in particular, has been building the atmosphere now for well over an hour, and we just cannot wait now to get the players out on what's sure to be a fantastic night in the Champions League.
Absolutely, what a place to play football here, and the players eagerly anticipating this. Chelsea, obviously, not quite in the form that they want to be in, but what a game to get back on it and get winning.
So here they come, the players out into one of European football's great arenas for a game that represents a big challenge for Chelsea. It's the biggest stadium in Germany, second only to the Camp Nou in Barcelona in top-flight European terms. And the special atmosphere that you always get when you come here has been building for quite some time. And you throw in England versus Germany in knockout football, and it's just about as good as it gets. What a walk that must be for the players of Borussia Dortmund and for Chelsea. It's a long walk from one side of Signal Iduna Park to the other. The perfect opportunity for the players to take everything in. What a night we have in prospect in the last 16 of this great competition. Both expected Julian Rice and Marco Reus to start. Instead, it's Marius Wolf and Sally Oshan. Yusufa Makoko is injured, so Sebastian Haller is up front. Great to see him back in the Champions League. 4 changes from the weekend, with Karim Adeyemi also recalled. Jude Bellingham is the captain tonight. Responsibility, he'll relish. So Chelsea's 2 changes are enforced because Badi Ashil and Madueke weren't included in the Champions League squad. Kalidou Koulibaly and Hakim Ziyech are in to replace them. Fernandes, Felix and Mudryk for Chelsea in this competition for the first time. Wesley Fofana and Dennis Zakaria are both on the bench after injury. But of the 23 players on duty for Chelsea tonight, none are recognised as genuine number 9s. And before the kick-off tonight, we'll have a minute's silence for the victims of the earthquakes in Syria. And our thoughts, of course, are with the victims and with their families. Well, there are plenty of subplots here tonight. One of England's finest players against one of England's finest teams being won. Jude Bellingham is a key man for Dortmund. Chelsea are here with a World Cup winner in Enzo Fernandes, who is a key man for Benfica in the group stage. Dortmund are the more confident team based on their form since the Bundesliga restart, but tend to find it tough against England in the Champions League. And just listen to the pre-kick-off noise inside the stadium. It's a different Chelsea group than the one that won Group E before Christmas. A team still finding its way, but with more than enough to get the job done, you hope, over 2 legs from an English football standpoint. We've obviously built this tonight as England versus Germany. The reality is that 12 nations are represented. There are 6 Germans out there tonight and 4 Englishmen. And it's such an impressive sighting here tonight. The stadium is at maximum capacity. The crowd are generating a brilliant atmosphere. It's got the feel of a final in many ways, and it means losing so much to both sets of players.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at Dortmund, the resurgent in 2023, had a really poor start to the season, but they've won every game since they've come back from the winter break. And obviously, we know Chelsea a little bit out of sorts in terms of the results, but they have the quality of players, and this is a different competition.
Come on, Chelsea.
They're probably not expected to win the Champions League, so maybe have a more relaxed mentality about it.
Fascinating little cameo in central midfield between Jude Bellingham, who's going to cost a lot of money, and Enzo Fernandez, who's already cost Chelsea a pretty penny. Schlotterbeck with the first long ball forward for Dortmund in the traditional strip of yellow and black. Chelsea in their traditional colours and all blue. Dortmund's form is bulletproof. 6 straight wins has them 3 points behind Bayern in the Bundesliga table, and they've scored at least 2 goals in all 6 victories, and 4 of those wins have been away from home. Chelsea's recent record is 1 win in 8, but they have tightened up in the last month, keeping clean sheets in 3 of their last 4 games, and they'll need all of that rediscovered organisation and confidence here in Dortmund tonight. Here's Guerrero. Sally Osjan. Haller. First chance for Brandt. First move with substance for Dortmund. Chelsea struggling to get the ball away. The block eventually
No, starting off well. Come on. That's what we need. Come on, send him! Come on! Come on! Oh, good tackle. Good tackle.
Borussia Dortmund, who got back so well, and Nico Schlotterbeck, who was part of Germany's squad at the World Cup, couldn't have timed it any better.
Yeah, probably encapsulated both teams. Dortmund get themselves forward, commit a lot of players forward, and then Chelsea have the pace to counter. And that's what they've been looking for. And they win the ball back, and Dortmund have committed players forward, and they can get him forward with pace, and he nearly got in there.
It's hard to believe this is the first ever meeting. It's Chelsea's first ever experience of the South Terrace, the Yellow Wall, which is one of European football's great sights and sounds.
That's the yellow.
So there's that tackle again from Schlotterbeck. That's outstanding defending.
Quite easily have given away free kick on the outside of the box, or indeed a penalty. And just looking quickly, Darren Howard have set up Channel, sitting midfield with Bellingham in front of him, cross Chan. And actually, Bellingham is immediately up against Enzo Fernandez.
Just seeing Hansi Flick and Rudy Voller, who are here tonight.
Come on, Kai. Hold on. Come on. Come on. Oh, unlucky. It's a good start still. Good start.
As a striker, he's entitled to go for it.
Absolutely. My first look there wasn't particularly much in it. Havertz did really well to intercept, and again a lot of space to run into. He was always going to be caught. I actually got a nudge into the goalkeeper. I don't think there was anything really in there where it was Chan, wasn't he, who gave him a nudge. Nothing really on Havertz's part.
Nico Schlotterbeck, Rafael Guerrero. That's slightly off target towards Karim Adeyemi. He's the man with pace in the Dortmund team. There's the coach, Edin Terzic, who was at West Ham with Slaven Bilic. He's a local man, has been at Dortmund for 5 years now. He's been assistant manager, the interim manager, the technical director. And from last spring, the club...
Oh man, it will work eventually.